What's going on, man? It's your boy, Stills Maniac, man. I am back with another video for you guys, man. Really today, man, I'm gonna do the recap of who the Steelers cut this week. Uh, I wasn't really surprised by the cuts. I think we could have kept some people well, really one person, really in my opinion, we could have kept that we shouldn't have cut, but that's neither here or there. So let's get right to it, man. I'm just gonna name some people, some standout players that got cut. I'm not gonna name everybody. Anybody got time for all that? But yeah, man. Off the bat, man. Sammy Coates, man. Sammy Coates. What did I tell y'all in my last video? I told y'all that Justin Hunter was gonna make this team. Y'all saw that in the preseason game, the last preseason game against the Panthers. Y'all saw that. He made that great catch, great throw by Josh Dobbs, great catch by Justin Hunter for the touchdown with the deep ball, man. That's the type of stuff that he brings to the table. And throughout the preseason, man, Sammy Coates was still inconsistent with dropping balls. You know what I'm saying? He was dropping balls, catching some, dropping some, inconsistent. And we saw that last year, man, and I told y'all in my last video, man, that he was going to get cut, in my opinion. And that's exactly what happened. They traded his ass to the Browns for I think it was like a 6th-round pick, I'm not sure, but they traded his ass to the Browns. And look, man, I guess the Steelers were thinking the same way I was. He had some potential, but he was just too inconsistent with his hands. And as a wide receiver, you won't survive in this league if you can't catch the ball. It's just that simple. A lot of people were kind of, it was mixed reviews on it. People like, they were mad that we released him, and they weren't mad that we released him. Well, not released him, but traded him. People said he was a good deep threat and things like that. Yeah, he was a good deep threat, but he couldn't catch. I mean, he damn near dropped the ball, a touchdown in the AFC Championship. Can't have that shit. Simple, man. But yeah, the Steelers got his ass out of there, man. Traded him, man. So I'm glad he's gone. I hope he does well with the Browns. But hey, he wasn't doing well with us. He did okay, but not to our standards, So we got him out of there, man. We got Joe Hayden, man. And got Cockrell out of there. Hey, man, look, that's one of the biggest moves that we've made in a while. You know what I'm saying? Because, really the Steelers don't really make big trades like that. So the fact that we got Joe Hayden says a lot about what we trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this defense better. You know what I'm saying? During the preseason, man, we saw, even last year, Cockrell wasn't doing good. And then this preseason, man, it just seemed like that nigga got worse. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like, it seemed like he couldn't really play man coverage, man. He was getting beat too much. You know what I'm saying? Cody Sensabaugh was about to take his spot, man. And it just looked like it was too much for Cockrell to handle, And I like the guy, man. I met his parents when I went to the Monday Night Football game last year against the Redskins. I met his parents. Seemed like great people, man. But, Ross Cockrell had to go. He had to go, man. In order for our defense to get better, he had to go. You know what I'm saying? And we picked up Joe Hayden. That was the perfect scenario for what what we're trying to do to get our defense better, which is play more men. And the perfect situation happened for us. Got Joe Hayden and traded Ross Cockrell to the Giants. That was like a gift from God right there, man. A lot of people think Joe Hayden is washed up because of his injuries, but personally, I just think, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he had a lot of injuries, but he was on a terrible team, dog. You know what I'm saying? And he's been one of the top players for that team. Well, one of the most relevant players on that team for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Him and Joe Thomas. So, I felt like he had a lot of injuries, but I still think that Joe Hayden, that was one of the best cornerbacks in the league, is still there, dog. You know what I'm saying? And pairing him up with Artie Burns, I think we're gonna see a significant change in our coverage, man. Our coverage skills, the way we play defense against these wide receivers, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna see a big upgrade from what Ross Cockrell did. You know what I'm saying? I like Ross Cockrell did good for us sometimes, but for the most part, man, he just wasn't there. He wasn't doing what we needed him to do. He was getting beat a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was an average cornerback. We don't need average. We need above average, man. And I think that's what we got in Joe Hayden, man. A great cornerback who still has something left in the tank, man. He's still relatively young. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like, what, 28? You know what I'm saying? So he still got, he's still young. He still got some years ahead of him, man. But, man, I hope all goes well for Ross Cockrell, man. For real, man. Good luck with the Giants. Not with us, though. Let's see who else, man. We cut DeMarcus Ayers. I like DeMarcus Ayers, man. He was hurt all preseason. He played like one game. I think he did some good for us last year in that one big game against the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of potential in there, but I guess the Steelers wasn't thinking the same way I was. But DeMarcus Ayers they let him go. Patriots picked him up. Hopefully he don't go off with the Patriots, because that will look really bad on our part that we let him go and the Patriots picked him up and now he's dropping off for them. So hopefully he doesn't drop off for them. You know what I'm saying? And start killing us and killing everybody in the league because he's with Tom Brady. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we all know that might happen, because that's usually what happens when people let go players and the Patriots pick them up. They usually do well. But hey, man, we'll see what happens with him. Who else, man? Sinquez Golson. Had to let him go, man. I mean, and look, let me say this. It wasn't a good year for the 2015 draft class, man. I mean, we let go a lot of guys from the 2015 draft class. And Sinquez Golson was one of those guys. He's been hurt for like the past 2 seasons, hasn't played one regular season game, man. He didn't even play the whole preseason this year. So it was just time to let him go. I felt like he had some promise, man, but he could never just get on the field. As simple as that, man. If you can't get on the field, you're not going to make the team. You're not, you know what I'm saying? There's no hope, you know what I'm saying, and you playing at all. If you can't even get on the field, man, I feel for him because it was something that he couldn't control. You know what I'm saying? Injuries happen in football, and for him to have back-to-back injuries like that, it was just some bad luck, man, but it's just how the league goes, man. If you can get on the field, we got to let you go. You know what I'm saying? It's out of our control that you got hurt, and it's out of your control that you got hurt. But, unfortunately, they had to let him go, man. It's just that simple, man. But hopefully he finds another home with another team. He can stay healthy, man. I'd love to see what he can do. But he can't do it for us, man. It's just that simple. Let's see who else. Now Davis, man. The running backs this preseason, that was pretty good competition right there, man. I mean, you had James Conner, who obviously was going to make the team. But really, Terrell Watson, Fitzgerald Toussaint, Now Davis, I mean, dog. That was some good competition right there, man. And Now Davis has some burst here and there, but for the most part, he was average, man. Terrell Watson was really the one that popped out on the screen, man. He was running hard, going downhill, getting first downs. I mean, he was doing his thing like he really wanted to make this team. You know what I'm saying? And fortunately, he got that opportunity and made the team. You know what I'm saying? And I feel for Now Davis. He been in this league for a while, and he just didn't make it, man. You know what I'm saying? We cut him. We had to let him go. He just wasn't getting it done for us. You know what I'm saying? You could obviously see that Terrell Watson was a better running back than he was, and we just had to let him go, man. We had hopes for him maybe being a kick returner or punt returner, but, if you can't get it done at your position and then you can't get done on special teams, dog, I'm sorry. We're not here to waste spots on the team. You know what I'm saying? We had a kick returner during the preseason, didn't really show anything. You know what I'm saying? And at running back, he had a few good games, but it wasn't nothing, major like Terrell Watson, where he was like, man. So it's just that simple, man. We had to let him go. Hopefully he finds somewhere else, man, but not for our team, man. He ain't playing for us, that's for sure. Fitzgerald Toussaint, did he make the team? I'm not sure if I think we either cut him and we signed him to the practice. Yeah, I think that's what it was. We cut him and we signed him to the practice squad. So I think our running backs are going to be James Conner, Terrell Watson, and Le'Veon Bell and Rosie Nix. So Fitzgerald Toussaint on the practice squad. Hey, at least your ass didn't get cut. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At least you didn't get cut and you out there on waivers. You know what I'm saying? They cut him, and then they asked him to get on the practice squad. So you still a part of the team. You just practicing, not playing in real games. Simple. Who else, man? J.J. Wilcox, man. Hey, J.J. Wilcox, bro. Got him from the Bucks, man. If anybody y'all know, last year he was on the Cowboys. He's a safety, an enforcer, man. He's a hard hitting safety with better coverage skills than Mike Mitchell. Better coverage skills than Mike Mitchell, man. And so I think there's gonna be some competitiveness there. I'm glad we picked him up. I think we were trying to get T.J. Ward, but T.J. Ward couldn't really get him. T.J. Ward signed to the Bucks. Therefore, we say, hey, y'all signed T.J. Ward. How about y'all give us J.J. Wilcox? You know what I'm saying? And we traded for J.J. Wilcox. See what he can bring to the table, man. Hopefully he can bring some competitiveness to that safety spot. You know what I'm saying? So Mike Mitchell can feel that somebody might be trying to take his spot, and maybe that would elevate Mike Mitchell's game. You never know, man. It's always just good to have somebody come in and compete for a job. It's always, man, because that guy that already has that job might get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have some competitive people, man, to come in and compete for the spot. It's always, I think that's something J.J. Wilcox will do, coming in for us, man, and compete for that safety spot, man. Let's see who else, man. I think that's it. I think we released Jordan Dangerfield. Yeah, we did release Jordan Dangerfield. He was another safety for us, but we released him. I think we released him after we got J.J. Wilcox. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. With, that wasn't everybody who got cut, but that was some of the main people that got cut that I wanted to talk about, man. Be sure to, down below in the comments, man, let me know what y'all think about the people that got cut and why they shouldn't got cut or should have got cut. I want to hear y'all opinions. But, hey, man, football's here. Regular season is here, man. Week 1 starts Sunday against the Browns, man. Le'Veon Bell is back. Joe Hayden's going to get his former team. Sammy Coates is going to get his former team, man. It's going to be crazy, man. Let's get to it. Once again, man, it's your boy, Steelers Maniac, and we out, bitch.